Tonight, 100 Australians from all walks of life are standing by to face the nation's biggest and smallest questions. Like, how many of us fall asleep in front of the TV? Gee, that little guy didn't even make it through the intro. And we uncover what % of Australians have been to jail. It's all coming up on this show with that title and this host. There he is right there. Shut up! Shut up! Good evening. I'm Andy Lee and welcome to our mysteries-themed episode of The 100. Aliens, whodunit, will Tom Gleeson ever get a tan? We'll try and solve these unknowns tonight as we're joined by 3 mystery guests who will remain a secret until now. First up, a man who looks guilty of taking most of the ABC's talent budget. It's Professor Plum, aka Tom Gleeson. Next to him, a lady who's definitely guilty of putting up one too many promoted posts on Instagram. It's Miss Scarlett, aka Sophie Mung. And finally, it's Colonel Mustard in the studio with the moustache, Mike Goldstein. Looking good.
Andy, what are you meant to be?
Yeah.
Well, every murder mystery has a butler to guide you through the show. That's me this evening.
Does that mean your actual butler is at home naked?
No, anyway, it's not about us. It's about the people up there, the 100 everyday people who've already shared with me some secrets, creating some mystery off the top. There's someone up there who used to steal off their grandma to buy lollies.
Oh, no.
Someone who still logs into their ex's Facebook to read their messages. And someone who filmed a home sex tape for a friend and their partner.
Let's watch it now.
Let's jump into the first round. Mysteries often involve a crime, so we wanted to look at the stats on that topic. We've done our research on it, but some journos go a lot further.
Tactical communication and crisis intervention. We tried to reach out to the man who died in this pursuit. They were unavailable for comment.
The mysteries keep coming, so let's have a look at the stats on crime. Hands on buzzers, guys. 52% of Australians have committed what crime?
Not using the half flush button for pee?
No, 52% of Australians have committed what crime? Soph?
Shoplifting?
She's got it. Well done.
Wow.
Yeah, 52% of Australians have
That's
shoplifted.
a lot.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
Is there someone up there who's been caught shoplifting?
No.
Julie?
No, it wasn't me. It was my son. This was like 20 years ago.
What happened?
Well, he was at primary school at the time and he wanted this book but didn't have any money, so he shoved it in the bottom of his bag.
Oh.
He did own up to it, though. Yep.
So did you return it?
No, we took him to the police station and had him fingerprinted.
Oh, wow.
What is it?
They spoke to him, they fingerprinted him, they put his name on the computer, they showed him the cells, and it worked.
Incredible.
That is very indulgent with their time.
Yeah.
Like 3 ATMs probably got knocked
Yeah,
over
they were good.
while your son was learning a lesson.
That's right. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Amazing. So, 52% of us have shoplifted, even more if you count wildlife.
And the confidence. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a
It's like
smart bird.
Ocean 7-Eleven. Sorry about that. On to our next question. Crime levels generally rise during what?
A heat wave.
He's got it.
What?
Why
did you think that?
Just because everyone goes a bit nutty when it's hot.
Yeah.
Like, just think of Australia. Go from the bottom, Hobart,
Yeah.
very sensible. Yeah. Queensland, Darwin.
Oh, yeah, I can't disagree with you.
Very true. Tom gets the
Yeah.
points on that one. Well done, Tom. This one's one for your digipads, guys. What % of the 100 have gone to jail, do you think? 100, pop your answers in.
Oh,
How
that's
many
a
of
tough
you
one.
have been to jail?
They look a bit straighty 180. I don't reckon many. Yeah.
Pop your answers in, panel.
Goodness, it's a tricky one.
How many do you think
Okay.
have had a run-in with the law and ended up behind bars? Results have been tucked away. Results are in. 10% for you, Soph?
Yeah, I just think we're pretty good. We're not, like, very criminal, are we?
Well,
although we came from convicts. We're not, are we?
You make a point about convicts. Like, if we were
Yeah.
doing this show in 1788,
Yeah.
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
be 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100. How many of you have been to jail? Let's have a look. 5%. 5 of them. Tom gets it exactly right.
Wow. This is so exciting. When I dress like a loser, I'm a winner.
Is anyone willing to talk to us about their stint in jail? Ronald. Hello, Ronald.
Yes, hello. One Saturday evening while I was living in New York, I was on my way to collect my local newspaper when I was approached by someone with a knife who wanted money.
Oh, yeah.
There was a scuffle. He fell on his knife. A woman screamed. Police came, took me to the police station where I was accused of the stabbing.
Oh, no way. That's unlucky.
How long did you have to stay?
I was there for about 6 hours, and I was allowed to make a telephone call.
Yep.
And it was my boss. And he said, let me speak to the sergeant.
OK.
Conversation ensued, and the sergeant said, yes, Mr. Mayor, of course.
Oh, really?
Hang on, Mr.
He's got
Mayor.
connections.
Is your
He's like
boss
the
the
mafia.
mayor of New York?
Yes, at that time it was John Lindsay.
Great one phone call.
And so then
That's
you
cool.
moved to Australia to escape your criminal past, and now you've put it on national TV.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for sharing. That's incredible.
I mean, that's unlucky.
If you're ever in court facing a prison sentence, this is a surefire way of getting out of it.
In your honor, I'm sorry, 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 sorry. To my mother, I'm sorry, 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 sorry. To the victim, I'm sorry, 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 sorry.
Unfortunately, the judge didn't turn his chair around, so...
Is it weird? I got goosebumps. That was good. That was good singing. Yeah.
You're going to buy his
I
album?
would have been like, yeah, not guilty.
Next question. 22% of Australians have committed what food-based crime? Tom.
Picked up a bun without the tongs.
Oh.
That's what I do. I don't care. It's my bun.
Yes.
I'm tongless.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, but no.
People call me Tongless Tom. There's Tongless Tom. Look at him getting his own bun. He's not hurting anyone.
More serious than that, 22% of Australians have committed what food-based crime, Mike?
When your girlfriend says she doesn't want chips and then she eats all your chips.
Yes. That is the worst crime.
Yeah.
No, 22% of Australians have committed what food-based crime?
It's not going to be sit down and just run out on the bill.
A runner. Oh. Yes.
That many people?
Also known as a dine and dash. This next question is for your digipads. How many of our 100 have performed a citizen's arrest, do you think?
How do you do that?
Yeah.
Do you just go, stop, citizen's arrest?
Well, I don't think you have to just declare it. I think
you
you
just do it.
perform the arrest and hold the culprit until the police arrive.
Do you read them their rights?
No, I don't think you've got the authority
So
to do that.
how many of the 100 are dobbers?
Yeah.
Well,
Pretty
yeah.
much.
How many of them have performed a citizen's arrest? Pop your answers in. 100? Panel?
Oh,
I feel like you should have a quick look at the 100 and just think how many of them are middle-aged men. Because they're the kinds of people who
Would
think
go
they've
for
got
it,
the
yeah.
right to just arrest somebody.
100 popping their answers in. Panel doing the same. Results are in. 2, 2 and a 5. Why do you say 5%, Mike?
I don't know. It has to be low. I think most people are happy to just record it on their phone, right?
It's true these days, isn't it?
Yeah.
100, how many of you have performed a citizen's arrest? 3%. Tom and Soph share the points on that one. It's the end of the round. But is one of those 3 people happy to talk to us about their citizen's arrest?
Yes, please.
Oh, yes. Great. Well, we've got to go to a break. We'll hear that story straight after this, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back to our mysteries-themed episode of The 100. Before the break, we asked if anyone in our 100 had performed a citizen's arrest, and Mick had. Mick.
Oh, Mick.
Mick.
He looks like a cop.
Middle-aged man, told you.
He fits the profile. Mick, what was the scenario?
25 years ago, I was leaving work one day, driving out of the car park, pulled up in the side street to turn onto the main road, and there was a tram stopped in the middle of the road. Doors had flung open, and a young guy had jumped out carrying a handbag.
Oh.
So I've just left the car, opened the door and given chase. So ended up chasing him down the street, through a couple of car parks. And by this time, the guy behind me in the taxi had jumped out to help.
How'd you know it wasn't his handbag?
Yeah.
He didn't look like that handbag type.
Okay.
So was it, like Point Break in Law and Order SVU, where you like through and over fences and he's slamming doors behind you, etc.?
Pretty much. Yeah,
Really?
pretty much. Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
And you tackled him?
Yeah, we tackled him in the football ground.
Yeah.
And so then did you have to try and hold him there until police arrived?
Yeah, we did. It took the police about an hour. So
What?
he was.
I'm interested in that hour. Like, do they know they're done, or are they trying to like squirm the whole time?
He's probably squirmed for the first 10 minutes or so. And then after that, he sort of worked out, I'm not going anywhere here, so these guys aren't going to let me move. So he sort of, all right, let me sit up. I'll promise I'll stay here. And yeah, that was it.
Mick, thank you so much. Well done, buddy. Really appreciate it.
Cheers, guys.
Incredible. It's time for our next segment, and of course, this is our special mystery-themed episode of The 100. So we want to look at the...
This is what you get for not laughing at one of Andy's jokes.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, wow.
An audience member has been shot. What an unlikely and brazen crime. And to happen live on television. This is truly awful. But also a great opportunity to play our next game. Who done it? Someone in our 100 has murdered a member of our audience. There they are there. Still acting brilliantly. Anyway, panel, you just witnessed the crime, OK? You're not eyewitnesses, you're actually ear witnesses because you heard the perpetrator.
Yeah.
This game, can you guess which member of our 100 has murdered just by matching the voice, OK? I'll bring 4 suspects up from our 100. Here they are. Oh. Yes. They're going to step forward and say the line. Can you remember the voice you heard? Number 1, take it away. Step forward and say the line.
This is what you get for not laughing at Andy's jokes.
Is she changing it up
Yeah.
to put us
Is
off?
number 1 like, mumbling it a little bit?
Yeah, I'd be like, is that what you want? If I was...
I think they might ask you to do it again, though. So
okay.
Number two, step forward, say the line.
That's what you get for not laughing at Andy Lee's jokes.
She struggled with the line.
Okay.
Yeah, but was that intentional?
I know, I don't know.
They're switching it up, aren't
Maybe
they?
they got lawyers. And
Okay.
So with the ones that are left, can you just say it exactly as you said it before you shot the person?
Any smiles? Number 3, step forward, say the line.
That's what you get for not laughing at Andy's jokes.
Very flat read.
Yeah.
Very flat.
Okay. Number 4, step forward and say the line.
That's what you get for not laughing at Andy's jokes.
Oh, is she faking
She's playing it down.
Oh, my gosh, this is tough.
Come on, Colonel Mustard, Professor Plum, Miss Gullett.
I
Pop your
reckon
answers
I
in.
know.
Is it 1, 2, 3 or 4? Write it in your digipads.
Okay.
Oh, my gosh, look at Tom and I. We're too competitive.
Have you written it down?
Yeah, I've
Well,
written it down.
we
Okay. Oh, my gosh.
Okay, let's see what our panel came up with. We've got, 1, 2 and 2 threes. What made you say 2, Mike?
I think 2. She seems like the most likely to murder someone. And after she does it, she would ask to speak to the manager.
Soph, why 3 for you?
When I heard it, I actually visualised almost her face. I feel like I'm psychic.
Really? Tom, 3 for you.
I went for number 3 because number 3 was like with the flat read, I could just imagine it being said.
Yeah.
Plus number 3, I feel like is already wearing the jumpsuit for prison.
Yeah, the winter look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Would the murderer please raise their hand? Number 4! And you would have got away with it if you didn't just confess. What a bombshell. We've got a live confession. Lana, thank you very much. Well played. I thought you were completely overacting at the end and giving yourself away.
And also, if you murder someone every time one of Andy's jokes doesn't land, you're a mass murderer.
There's only one thing left to do. Let's get her behind bars. Done. Yes, thank you very much. And thank you very much for playing, Lana. We just applauded a horrific act of murder, but hopefully it's a warning to the rest of the audience to keep the laughs coming.
He's back to life.
It's back to life. Stick around. We're going to look at myths. Like, is it actually dangerous to use your phone at a petrol station? Or is getting back on the booze the best cure for a hangover? We'll see you soon. Welcome back to our special Mysteries episode of The 100. We've gone full Cluedo tonight with Professor Plum, Miss Scarlett and Colonel Mustard. Let's have a look at the scores. Ooh. It's tight between Soph and Tom. But it's time to play Mythbusters. In this game, I'm going to present you with some supposed facts that are commonly accepted amongst Australians. Panel, your job is to pick how many in the 100 believe these to be true. OK, let's get started. For your digipads, after dropping food on the ground, what % of the 100 believe in the 5-second rule? OK, that is, you know, if you pick your food up after dropping it, germs don't have time to jump on the food. OK, 100, pop your answers in. How many of you believe in the 5-second rule? Panel do the same.
Oh, really?
Results are in. Just 15% you think so.
Well, I don't think any of us believe that we just do it. Like, I think it's good for your immune system. Leave it there for a while. It works for me, and I never got sick.
70% for you, Mike.
Well, it depends on the food and the ground, doesn't it? Like a cracker in the kitchen, fine, but like ice cream in a public toilet.
Not so much. Let's see, how many of our 100 believe in the 5-second rule? 78%.
Oh, wow, OK.
Tom just gets that one.
Well done, Tom.
Well done, Tom. It's actually a myth. Bacteria can instantaneously transfer to food. I wondered, is there anyone up there who had a bad experience with the 5-second rule? Carmel. Hey, Carmel.
Hi, Andy.
Hey, Carmel.
How you going?
What happened? It wasn't ice cream in a public toilet, was it?
No. I love ice cream. I'd never drop ice cream. No. I was sitting watching TV and I had, you know, a bag of M&Ms in my lap and I was just throwing them in my mouth randomly, you know, and as I threw a couple in, I dropped one and it was a brown one and I saw it sort of bounce in front of me. So I sort of just, without looking, reached forward and picked it up, threw it in my mouth. As soon as it hit my tongue, I realised that doesn't taste like an M&M anymore.
No. What was it?
It was a blowfly.
Oh. Did it turn you off M&Ms or do you still like them?
Yeah, I don't eat M&Ms at all.
Thank you so much, Carmel. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
There are some food drops you can't recover from.
I still remember that forever.
I'm like that with a kebab most Saturday nights. All right, this next one's about your health. What % of the 100 believe you can catch a cold from being cold? 100, pop your answers in. Do you think you can catch a cold from being cold? Panel, how many of us believe that to be true, do you think? Could be true. We've got myths and facts amongst them. Results are in. Let's see what the panel came back with. 90% you think, Tom?
Yeah, I think that they'll believe it. It's wrong.
Yeah.
The reason why you catch a cold is from a virus.
That's true.
So when they'd go to Antarctica, there's no virus there. They would never catch a cold. It's freezing. They'd die of malnutrition.
It's true, yeah. It's 20% you reckon, Mike?
Yeah, it's just two words that sound the same, right? Like, cold is a temperature, a cold is a virus.
You're so clever.
But it's like, you know, the similar thing, it's like people in Darwin are hot temperature-wise, but not hot looks-wise.
Darwin's really copying it tonight.
100, how many of you believe that you can catch a cold from being cold? 56%, yes. You're one off, Soph, can you get the points? As Tom said, it is untrue. You won't catch a cold from being cold, so just go out there and enjoy the winter like this guy.
Sis chill.
Ow, I felt that on my tailbone.
He better get some ice on that straight away. Another supposed fact for you. What % of the 100 believe using a phone while filling up at a petrol station is dangerous? 100, do you believe it's dangerous to be on the mobile phone while filling up with petrol? Panel, how many of us believe in that across Australia, do you think? 100 popping their answers in. Panel doing the same. Results are in. Let's have a look. 31% for you, Soph.
Yeah, I think it's like a myth. Like, you know, when they used to say you can't have your phone on in the aeroplane?
They still do.
It's like, what?
They still do say that.
Yeah.
Do they really?
90% you think, Tom?
Well, there were signs there for years and years saying that you couldn't do it, and I think Australians are easily led by signs.
Yeah.
So I think they still think it's true, but it was because someone's Nokia, you know, was running on coal.
Well, let's see. How many of 100 believe that to be true? 46%. So Soph gets the points again on that one.
Can I ask?
Yeah.
What is the truth?
Yeah.
It's kind of both. It's theoretically possible that a phone could cause a fire, but it has never, ever happened across the world.
Okay.
So it's kind of like Tom Gleeson being nice. Theoretically, it's possible. It's just never, ever happened. Has anyone...
It's actually really nice off camera.
Shut up, Soph!
The next question is about mice, and possibly the French. What % of the 100 believe eating cheese before bed gives you crazy dreams? Pop your answers in, 100. Panel do the same. Does eating cheese give you crazy dreams? Results are in. Mike, 30%.
Yeah, it can't be real. It's just something to blame your weird subconscious on, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, it was the camembert that gave me a sex dream about Judge Judy again. Right?
Yeah, 100, how many of you believe this one to be true, that cheese gives you crazy dreams? 12%. Soph gets the points again.
Clean sweep. I feel like you're getting every single one.
It is untrue, that one. There's no scientific proof that it changes your dreams. Our rodent viewers can rest easy tonight.
Are you starting to think I'm a little bit smart?
No.
Okay.
Here's the next question. It's about self-grooming. What % of the 100 believe that if you shave body hair, it will grow back thicker? 100, pop your answers in. If you shave body hair, does it come back thicker? Panel? Do you reckon Aussies believe that to be true? Results in from our 100. Panel, let's have a look. Wow, 15%. Mike, you're the lowest.
Yeah, I mean, if cutting something off made it come back thicker and better, I would have shaved my penis off years ago.
It's just hair.
Yeah, also, like, normally I'm not dressed like this.
Oh, you shave your head. Does it come back thicker?
No.
Okay.
So 50%, you reckon?
Yeah, because I remember when I was younger shaving my legs and it came back spikier and a bit thicker.
So you believe that it grows back thicker?
It does. Well, I feel my legs. Do you want to feel them now?
I won't. Let's see, 100. How many of you believe it to be true? 55%. Soph gets it again.
Every time.
Soph, celebrate the win.
What?
But I got bad news for you. It's not
Why?
true.
It's not?
So
oh
untrue.
my gosh,
yeah.
really?
Once it grows out, it returns to normal. So Mike can go back to using his favourite product.
The Backblade, the easiest do-it-yourself back and body shaver on the planet.
Oh, goodness.
Anyway, it's the end of the round. After the break, we're going to play Antiques Home Show. 100, go and grab your most priceless possession. It can't be jewellery, because that's boring, and we'll uncover which item is the most expensive straight after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to our mysteries-themed episode of The 100. Before the break, I asked everybody up there to go and grab the most priceless item in their house. And what have we got? We've got a signed cricket bat, we've got a dog, a baby. I don't think you should be putting that on Gumtree. Also, it looks like a genie's lamp over there. Hopefully you can get a wish for something better, to be honest. All right, let's play Antiques Home Show. OK, panel, we're going to meet 4 of our 100 and their home show items. After questioning them for a moment, you have to guess which one has the most expensive item. So let's bring them up. We've got Diane, Liam, David and Emily.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, how good.
Oh, this is a tough one.
All right, let's start with Diane. Diane, what have you got there?
This is what they refer to as a stump lady, and she's sitting in a flower bowl. It was from the 1930s, and it was actually my grandmother's.
Oh.
OK, it's vintage.
And so why do you have a stump lady in the middle of a bowl?
Well, she is used to hold flowers, but she's actually made from what they call uranium glass.
Oh.
So when you
sounds
put her
fancy.
underneath a UV light, she glows in the dark.
Oh, gosh.
Any questions, guys?
I've got
for
a
Diane?
photograph of that with me if you want to see it.
I'd love to see it.
Oh, yeah. Show us
Please do.
the glowing lady. OK.
Oh, that does glow in the dark.
Yes.
Okay.
Any
Okay.
questions for Diane, guys?
What else can you put in the bowl? Could you make jelly in it and put it in the fridge?
Oh, you could use the bowl for anything that you like. I mean, it's just a standard bowl.
So it's versatile.
So it's actual uranium.
It's got uranium in the glass, yeah.
Okay, so is she a stump lady from years of radiation?
Let's go from Diane to Liam. Liam, what do you got there?
Hey, Andy, bottle of single malt whiskey from Bushmills Distillery in Ireland.
You don't have the full bottle by the looks of these.
It can't be that expensive if it's half empty.
Depreciated by about half.
All right, so did you have to go there especially to get it?
No, part of a whiskey subscription service. It's part of a collection of 3 bottles. And, yeah, unfortunately, opened.
Yeah. Guys, let's assume it's full.
It's full.
Why?
Let's just because for its price for the game. Mike, Sofa, or Tom, do you guys whiskey drinkers?
Yeah, I drink whiskey, and like it's pretty expensive if it's only 5 years old. That's 2006.
Have you heard of that brand?
I have not heard of that brand,
Oh,
but that's
it's
because
exclusive.
every time I drink whiskey, I wake up and I don't know where I am.
That's fair. All right, from Liam to David.
Oh,
David,
that's scary.
Hey, David, we're looking at the Chucky doll, is it?
Yes, it is a Chucky doll. It's one of the originals.
Oh, old
And
school.
I lock it up so it doesn't come out at night.
Yeah. What year is it?
About 1978.
Hang on, are you telling us that doll came out at least 8 years before the movie?
That's what I was thinking.
Yep.
Really?
No.
Are you saying that the movie is based on that doll?
Yep.
I think
Absolutely.
David's full of shit. Can we move on? Emily.
Right, so how did you come to have the possession?
I brought it online at a Bundalong Group marketplace. And brought it for $150 at the time.
Oh, okay.
And it's never been opened?
Never been opened.
You haven't even popped it out to just be like, hey, and then put it back in?
I've run around the house trying to scare the kids in the old days.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, thank you, David. Emily, what have you got there?
That? Is that from Egypt?
Says New South Wales right on it.
Yeah, it's from one of the ancient pharaohs in New South Wales.
So what's this? Is it a ceremonial hat for the New South Wales
No,
Fire
they
Brigade?
actually wore it to fight the fighters.
Wow.
That's what they used to wear.
How long ago?
So this one, they stopped wearing this in about 1964.
How did you come into possession of that hat?
Yeah.
So this is my grandfather's that not long passed away, and he kept everything of the fire brigade. So now we have a cabinet full of all of his stuff.
Oh.
Okay, so we need to know what it's made of. I'm guessing it's made of brass?
Brass.
Brass.
Yes.
Well done,
If
Tom.
it was gold-plated, that'd be a very different...
I like how David put a hat on just to one-up the
He's got all his props.
And you've still got the worst hat going around. All right, we've heard from everybody. Who do you think has the most expensive item? Is it Diane, Liam, David or Emily? Pop your answers
It's a
in.
hard one.
Let's assume the whiskey's full. We've got a uranium bowl. We've got the whiskey from
Ew,
2006.
Jesus, he's
a
really
very
trying.
scary Chucky doll.
Stop.
And the brass fire helmet.
Wow.
OK, pop your answers in,
I
guys.
can't look at that. It's giving me a panic attack. Oh, okay.
Who do you think? Diane, Liam, David or Emily? All right, panel have locked their answers in. Let's see what they've come up with.
Liam looks like he's on Dallas Direct. He keeps doing this.
Oh, it's split. Why David for you, Mike?
I think it's the most obscure, and the fact that it somehow existed before the movie ever did means it's from an alternate dimension that...
Yeah.
He's been in a time machine.
I don't think that's true either, but that's nice. Emily, for you. Why Emily?
Yeah, because I've never seen that before. Have you?
No, it's pretty impressive.
No, and she seems legit. It's her grandfather's real fire hat.
Liam,
Thanks.
for you, Tom.
Yeah, well, you know, old whiskey can be very expensive, and we're going for the full bottle.
Yes, full bottle.
So that's why I'm going with Liam.
Yeah, OK. Time to reveal the most expensive item up there is, in fact, David's.
Oh, really?
Mike gets the points for that, yes.
David put me off. Well done.
Yo,
How much is that one worth?
over $3,000.
Over $3,000
$3,000
for the Chucky doll. I'm still not convinced you were correct with the timelines for when it was actually invented.
That's what put me off.
But congratulations.
I should have said at 1988, but I got a bit mixed up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to auction it off so I can go to watch Carlton win the grand final.
Yeah, don't auction it off too quickly, my friend. David, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. 1988. That makes more sense. Let's round the prices out. Liam with his whiskey, $1,600. That was second, Tom, so you weren't far off. Emily's fire helmet, $1,000. And the uranium bowl, just $300. Thank you guys for all playing. Really appreciate it. Stick around, because coming up we're going to chat about all things movies, like the rule 93% of Aussies break when in the cinema, and what young people get up to while watching movies at home. We'll see you soon. Welcome back to our special mysteries-themed episode of The 100, and the mystery remains whether there was enough content on this theme to warrant a whole show dedicated to it. Anyway, we'll press on. Whodunits are back in style. What was once the domain of sweet old lady detectives, silly moustaches and ridiculous accents, Mike, is now the realm of handsome A-list celebrities. Tom.
G'day.
To celebrate the resurgence of this genre, let's have a look at the stats on movies. Panel. On your buzzers for this. At the cinema, 93% of Australians break the rules by doing what? Mike.
Is that thing where, like, two kids get in a trench coat to get into an R-rated film? Or, even worse, one man in a trench coat to get in a G-rated film?
No, it's not that thing. At the cinema, 93% of Australians break the rules by doing what? Soph.
It's bringing in your own food.
She's got it.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes!
Honey, is there anyone up there that just loves sneaking in their own food? Lauren.
Hey. Hi, I actually didn't sneak my own food in, but I worked at a cinema for 8 years, and I was the mean person that had to tell people they couldn't take their food in.
Did you feel bad?
I did, until I had one particularly angry lady who, she was running late for a film. She went and got a cheeseburger. I stopped her on the way in and said, I'm really sorry, you can't take that in here. She took one big bite out of her cheeseburger and she launched the rest at me.
No.
Wow, Lauren.
Awful.
Did you eat the rest of the cheeseburger because it had only been on the ground for like less than 5 seconds?
I didn't, but I have kept a pizza from being delivered into one of the cinemas, and we may have eaten it out.
What, someone ordered a pizza to the cinema?
Yeah, we had a very confused delivery driver trying to find the cinema that their person was in.
Oh, no.
That's awesome.
What's the weirdest food someone's tried to bring in?
It's not food. The most odd thing was I had to stop a gentleman from taking in a 6-pack of beer to a 10 a.m. session of Tinkerbell.
Thank you so much, Lauren. Really appreciate it. 93% of Australians sneak food into a cinema, and of course there are other times where you can sneak food in as well.
Ai, querido Pai amado, te agradecemos, Senhor, pelo dia de hoje. Obrigado por tudo, Senhor. Obrigado por esse dia maravilhoso, por essa mesa farta, por tudo que temos, Pai Santo e Pai amado. Obrigado por nos ter abençoado grandemente, Senhor, e pedimos. Abençoe esse alimento em
Moving on. While watching movies at home, 80% of young adults do what? Stop.
Rub one out.
No. While watching movies at home, 80% of young adults do what?
Sit on their phone.
It helps them sit on their phone by
It
doing
helps.
this at home.
Oh, subtitles.
He's got it.
Yes.
Subtitles.
Really?
What, you put subtitles on
Yeah.
every single film?
Yeah, but the
Why?
problem is I can't read it. Some of the big words, I'm like, I mean, yeah, I can't really focus, but...
Yeah.
Why would you put them on?
It distracts me. I don't know, actually. I should get rid of it.
Because the reason young people are doing it, they can read quicker than the dialogue is spoken, so they can actually bounce between two devices.
Wow, they're clever.
Yeah, yeah. Does anyone up there have subtitles on for a different reason? Rebecca.
Hi, Andy.
Hey, Rebecca. Why have you got the subtitles on?
So I live right underneath a flight path. So when planes go over the top of me, there's a few seconds where I can't hear the TV. So I either have to pause it or read the subtitles.
Oh, wow.
You're like the castle.
Yes. It's not a house, it's a home. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
This next series of questions relies on a bit of performance from our 100. We're going to start with Tracy.
Hi.
Hey, Tracy. Hello to you. You're going to give us a famous movie line. Panel, your job is to guess how many of our 100 know what film the line is from. So you're not jumping in with the film.
Okay.
You're going to see how popular that line is. So, Tracy, give us the line.
Hey, that's not a knife.
Oh.
That's a knife.
There's someone finally creepier than the guy with the Chucky doll.
Hang on, isn't the line, that's not a knife, this is a knife?
Common mistake.
Oh, really?
I said that during the week, and we brought it up. It's that's not a knife, that's a knife.
Wow, okay.
Commonly misquoted.
Commonly misquoted.
wow.
So 100, pop your answers in. How many of you know what film that is from? Pop your answers in. Panel, how many Australians recognise that line?
I feel like it's going to be a lot. Because
Same.
Channel 9 plays it every other weekend.
Yes. Results are in. Wow, OK. You know the film, do you, Soph?
Yeah.
What is it?
Crocodile Dundee.
Yes, well done,
And
well done.
Even if they haven't watched the film, all Aussies know that because it's iconic.
Yeah, 80%, Tom.
Yeah, well, I think it's a demographic thing. It came out in the 80s. I think, you know, 20% of if 20% of those people are younger than 30, then
they might not.
They may not know it.
Yeah, but their parents would have told them.
Yeah, but because their parents said it, they would have ignored it.
100, how many of you know that that line is from Crocodile Dundee? 85%. Mike Ryle, hang on.
He did it.
We were only 5% off. If you do the math.
Close.
Next up, we've got Rick. Rick, go ahead. What's the line?
Can I get into character first?
Yes,
Of course,
for sure.
yeah, sorry.
Take a minute.
Yeah.
There we go. He's in character.
You can't handle the truth.
Oh, very good performance, Rick.
was-
Yeah. How many of our 100 know where that line's from? Pop your answers in. Do you know the film 100 that is from? Panel are doing the same. Results are in. Let's have a look. Mike, 40% you reckon?
Yeah, You Can't Handle the Truth, I feel famous line, but the movie isn't as popular.
Agreed.
Right?
Maybe.
So, and You Can't Handle the Truth. I say that to my partner when she asks me if another woman is prettier than her.
You're still engaged.
Yeah.
Okay.
For now.
For now. Let's see, how many of our 100 recognise that that line was from A Few Good Men? 70%. Tom, bang on! We got one more. Banaz.
Hi, Andy. Hi, guys.
OK, Banaz, take it away. What's the line?
All right. You go, Glen Coco.
Oh, I want to know that.
Pop your answers in, 100. How many of you know what film that line is from? Tom, do you know what the line is from?
No, I've got no idea.
Mike?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Soph, do you know what it's from?
I think...
Give it to us then.
Is it Mean Girls?
She's got it. Yeah. The results are coming in from our 100. They're in. Let's see what our panel came up with.
Oh, don't change it to a 9.
Nice. So 35% you reckon, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, it is Mean Girls. I feel like it's for anyone who's followed Lindsay Lohan's career from the height of Mean Girls to hosting on Masked Singer Australia.
39%, Tom.
Well, I didn't know the reference, but I was thinking younger people would know. So I was just trying to think of what percentage of the 100 don't own a house.
100, how many of you knew that that was from Mean Girls, that line? 39%. Tom's on! Yeah! Good stuff. It's the end of the round, but stick around because we'll find out who our winner is. Plus, I know that there's another criminal up there amongst the 100, and we're going to expose them straight after this, so hopefully they stick around as well. Welcome back to our Mysteries episode of The 100, and we're nearing the end, so we must rapidly type all the unanswered questions, like, who is tonight's winner? And the winner tonight will receive a one-night stay at Old Man Hennessy's Haunted Asylum on Murder Ridge. Ooh. Thank you. That spooky honour goes to Sophie. Well done, Miss Scarlett.
You needed this.
Congratulations, commiserations, Professor Plum. But it's not about you guys. It's about the people up there. And I want to end the show with apprehending a felon. That's what happens at the end of all mysteries. I don't want to go after a hardened criminal. I'm too much of a wuss for that. So tonight, I want to use our powers of interrogation to find Australia's softest one. 100, listen up. If these statements apply to you, keep your camera on. If not, switch your cameras off. Here we go. If you've ever fare evaded or used public transport without a ticket, keep your camera on. Oh. There mustn't be any public transport in their area. If you have ever opened someone else's mail, keep your camera on. Otherwise, goodbye.
There's a lot. Isn't that illegal?
You would have done it, though, haven't you? Opened someone else's mail?
No.
Okay. If you've ever written or scratched your name on a public wall or surface,
I feel like everyone's done that.
leave your camera on. Otherwise, turn your camera off. Goodbye. OK, we're going to need more questions. All right. If you've ever driven with a broken tail light, leave your camera on. Otherwise, goodbye. Some people leaving us. OK, getting there. If you've ever snuck into an event without paying, leave your camera on. Otherwise, turn your camera off. Bunch of renegades. If you ever used a fake ID while underage, leave your camera on. Otherwise, turn them off.
Oh, OK.
If you've ever murdered someone.
I'm looking for the softest criminal one. Oh, hang on. We've got one left.
Oh.
Bernadette.
I never murdered anybody.
Yes. Bernadette, you are our softest criminal tonight. You've earned the right to sign off tonight's show. Go for it. How would you like to end tonight's program?
Well, the thing about rules is you can bend them, you can test them, you can even reshape them a little bit.
Yep.
Just don't really break them.
Yeah, grey
Good night,
area.
Australia.
Oh,
good
nicely
job.
done, Bernadette. Yes. It's the end of our episode. I should thank my fantastic guests, Tom Gleeson, Sophie Monk and Mike Goldstein.
Andy, what's happening? What is happening?
One of you must have poisoned my whiskey. I can't believe I just thanked you. If you want to be a part of the 100 in our audience, go to the100.live to register. I can't believe my last words are a URL. See you next week, everybody. Goodbye.